Hi. It's hard for me to say I'd rather stay away. Dude, I don't remember. I actually don't remember how the scanning goes. What's this? This isn't even a match yet. Show me the matches. I love MKX. I want to see some good shit. Is that a fucking Grandmaster sub? My favorite, dude. Why is it so dark? I can't see anything. Grandmaster sub is lit. Sub-Zero is one of my favorite characters in this game, to be honest. I tend to like all the classic characters, to be honest. Anyone who's like, I don't know, the Kotal Rangers are okay, and I don't mind the kids. They're all fine. They're all well designed, but the classic characters I prefer. Yeah, oh, that can bounce into the clone. He was just a little late. That Cassie outfit's real cool. Oh, it's a Sonic Fox Cassie. I didn't even fucking notice. Ding dong. Cassie with the forced block stun into the low overhead mix-up man. Or the forced hit stun, rather. Ending combos into ding dong. Into lower overhead. Cassie's got a nice... They were cool about the way they did her. She's got like, if you just complete the string, I think, for both, her overhead is safe and her lows are safe. But the strings don't do all that much damage at all. There it is. Ice Clone into EX slide. This is a good position, but yeah, he was like already dead. There's like nothing doing there. If Sub-Zero gets you into the corner and then gets a nice clone right next to you, it can be real hard to do anything. Because he's on you. You can't just like do a projectile, or else he could like hit you out of the projectile. And like a lot of your normals will hit the ice clone, you can't jump over it without getting like anti-air or even touching the ice clone. And then he can go lower overhead fairly easily. And the overhead is normally unsafe, but if the ice clone's right in front of you, it can be actually hard to punish. Oof. That's weird that that worked, and that's weird that that was his punish. I think he wasn't expecting his EX Fireball to go through. EX Fireball goes through other projectiles. That's very rare in this game. Or rather, it's very common for projectiles to go through other projectiles. EX Fireball destroys projectiles as it travels, which is very rare in this game. It's like a piercing projectile. Destroys everything in its path. Yo, what up? I missed Kumite in Tennessee. So I'm catching up just a little bit. Just a little bit. There's like 4 hours of footage of just pools, and that's like just for this game. And I didn't see any of the other games. I know Punk and Smug were like finalists in Street Fighter 5. Ever since MKX died, like I already like MKX to watch as a tourney game, but ever since MKX died, I've been liking it a lot more. The one thing I didn't really like about MK ever was the balance, but by XL the balance is pretty solid. You see like every single character here and there. Grandmaster sub is real tactical, but I gotta say I prefer Cryo sub to play. Cryo sub is real fun. Have a command grab that leads to a full combo. That's satisfying. Is grody. I feel nasty playing it, but really Grandmaster's just as nasty, if not nastier. Mana RD smug? Oh, okay. My punk was there somewhere, right? Mana RD is actually mad good. I mean, I don't think it's a secret. I think everyone knows ever since Capcom Cup at the very least. I think people knew before then. He plays like the birdie that I always thought would be really good, but like a lot of people don't play that birdie. He plays without the like gimmicks. He pulls out the gimmicks when they would work, would be more accurate. He's not like, oh, I never hit towards fierce, oh, I never do dolphin dives, because that's a bad birdie still. But he's smart about like he's smart about taking risks, and by that I mean he doesn't take any risks. Or like, there's a way to play Birdie lame. He looks like on the surface he's like a grappler, but I feel like Birdie's best played defensively, using his extremely long normals and shit like that. And it looks like Minardi's kind of wild, but really he doesn't take. If you actually look at like the risk taking, he plays very safe. He plays basically exactly the way I thought Birdie would end up being played at a high level, which is kind of cool. I feel like Birdie's like the most consistent grappler. I don't know. That's hard to say actually. Zangief is surprisingly consistent for being like, you know, Zangief. Even Nikali doesn't do like, I don't know, optimal Dhalsim playstyle. I don't know. I actually what that's a character I'd be wrong about. Oh, he's going for the selfie. Um Dhalsim is the kind of character where there are it's like he can do that lame Dhalsim like poke and annoy and like bait the opponent to go for kind of unsafe attacks and stuff like that. Or I should say unsafe approaches. But the like truth of the matter is that for a lot of punishes, Sim needs one bar to get anything sort of meaningful. The risk reward is just so shit for Dhalsim if he's playing that kind of ultra defense that he used to play in other games. I shouldn't say other games in Street Fighter 4. Dhalsim tends to be kind of rush down. Sad to say. Maybe not sad. That's cool. That's a cool part of his character. But like drill pressure is something that probably it's like it works because of Street Fighter V's engine. It works because you don't actually take any risks when you're putting on pressure. Yo, is that an actual Ermac cosplay? It looks good. Yeah, optimal replay style is Akuma. Right now, anyway. In 1 week's time, we'll all be playing AE. I want to see the change list. I don't know who I'm gonna play in AE until I see the change list. There's gonna be. I'm probably if nothing jumps out at me, I'm probably just gonna play Ibuki. But I'm waiting for like there's gonna be a change that's like um oh the Ermac mirror what tight both Mystic too. That's the I think that's the one with the force drop, the improved force drop. And then like Spectral is Flight and Master of Souls is the Force Ball. Ooh, there it is. Look at that. That's the Force Push. That move has the God hitbox, but otherwise it's not that good. I shouldn't say it's not that good. It doesn't lead to anything. Drains HP on EX. But look at that hitbox. It's the God hitbox. It like goes half screen and it covers like everything in a giant box up to like half screen. Ah shit, I gotta change the title. Damn it. I'm not gonna. There's like 5 characters that I like. I'm choosing between depending on like either V Trigger twos or like I want something new to play with, basically. We have you now. The flight one's really neat. I actually like the flighter Mac a lot. I didn't hit. That was like right outside the range. I think that move is really minus on block, but from really far away it can be hard to punish. Every other character, every other Ermac has to spend a bar to get the combo out of force drop, but this one it's meterless. This variation. Ermac's got a nice well-rounded toolset. Oh yeah, I might play Chun. I'm liking the Chun changes actually, and I've like kind of always thought that Chun-Li would be my girl. Chun is bae. Damn, that's like every bad character. I don't think the sim is bad. Chat is cut off? What? Why does it do this? There we go. I'm probably not going to main Sakura, but I will play Sakura at least a little bit. EX Force Push has a hit of armor in addition to draining HP and having good range. Very unsafe though. It's got bad frame data and you're probably going to be using it as a reversal because of that armor. We didn't know shit about Sakura to my knowledge. I'm not even sure we've seen gameplay ever besides like... Have we seen gameplay ever at all? I think we have, right? I think we have. I think she was playable for what's it? I haven't looked anyway. That launching TC. Ooh, comboing out of EX Force Push on an airborne opponent in the corner. Oh no. No, he dropped his combo because of that. That was nasty. Why are they playing on that? I didn't know you could combo to that. It's very rare to have armored moves that you can combo out of in this version of the game. But the caveat of using that on a corner opponent is already like good enough to make it fair to combo out of. Oh, that can usually work. Force push goes really far really quickly, so it's really good after an anti-air down two. It like tends to work. There's better enders there, but none of them are safe. So just playing out the TC is like the best. Got him. It's not that tight. You can combo out of the teleport with a down one. It's like tight enough that I can't get it 100%, but I usually get it. I played a whole lot of this Ermac, and I played a whole lot of Master of Souls Ermac. I stopped playing Ermac well before. Uh, they buffed Spectral. That's that actually looked safe. Is that safe? I thought that was unsafe. Good lord. Delete. I think he... it's been so long. I remember he has a good low starter. But I think the TC is like the only safe thing to combo out of it. I remember juggling into that one a lot. I love the meter build with that little jump. Like blast. You got quite a lot of time. Ooh, nice. I don't remember if teleports cost stamina for Ermac. I don't think they do. I think teleports only cost stamina if you cancel them, actually. It's been so long. If pokes actually functioned in Street Fighter V, your aim would be cool. Fung would be great. Chun-Li would be better. Chun-Li would be better at things that people wouldn't mind. Chun-Li was good in Season 1 because she was good at things that people hated. Such as having a fucking 3-hit combo from Light, confirmed from Light, and such as having instant air dive kicks, having the best dive kick in the game. Instant air legs being the best dive kick in the game. Yeah, Brady's fine. Brady has like some of the best pokes in 5. Fong is not a pure zoner, but he looks like he was probably intended to be a pure zoner. Fong plays like they gave him the coward crouch like combo as an afterthought. Like they wanted him to be able to combo out of coward crouch, and then they made it plus to keep the frame data like relatively close on hit and block, because they thought that you couldn't spam coward crouch, and then you can spam coward crouch. That's how Fong plays, in my opinion. It plays like they didn't really intend for him to be able to do that. It doesn't. His coward crouch, like none of his other tools supplement that at all, or even work with it that well. Fong, I think that Fong, the way that he seems to be intended to function, is that mine is actually pretty hard to get around without jumping over it. And Nishikyaku is actually a really good projectile. Nishikyu is actually like a mad good projectile, to be honest. It like functions pretty well in most matchups. The problem is Nishikyu, while it's really good at preventing the opponent from jumping, it's actually not that good at preventing the opponent from walking in. And the problem is that the mine is, a lot of characters can do something about the mine to ignore it. Like an uncomfortable number of characters can just like EX through the mine. Like you can see when it's an EX mine. You don't have to ever worry about the mine being 2 hits. So the mine was 2 hits, it would be like more fair, I feel. I shouldn't even say more fair. Well, yeah, more fair. It would be more consistent. Because then it would only be like Kami's EX drill that would go through it. But you can already like grab him through it, for example. And then like armored advancing attacks, like lower EX elbow, like Birdie EX stuff. Like, I don't know. I could make a medium Tatsu through it. It's meteorless. The really defensive characters can just chuck their own fireballs to destroy them. The way that Fong does zoning against other zoners is really interesting and cool. That works. I love this fatal. It's nasty. But the problem is Fong doesn't actually do anything to rush down. He can't really prevent it. What's going on in this video? Brady Trials unlisted. Oh, these are the. This is the new game, huh? I'm not gonna take a look at those yet. It's like 4 new trials per character or something like that. So that's nah. I want to do all the trials blind. What are all these games? I see the strike on there. This is like every good fighting game. And also some bad ones. Catherine? That's not a fighting game, is it? What the hell is Catherine? I thought it was like a puzzle game or something. Dive Kick, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Tatsunoko, Vampire Savior, Melty Bread, Killer Instinct, Pokken, Injustice. I can't quite read that one. I don't recognize it. It looks like some kind of anime bullshit. Something Star. No idea. MVC 3, Skullgirls, KOF14, Gundam Versus, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, Super Smash Bros. Melee. This is Guilty Gear Accent Core plus R or whatever. Ultra, Third Strike, Street Fighter 2. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Chicago's Mystery Tournament. Okay, so that's nothing. Under Night Inbirth, BlazBlue Tekken, Windjammers, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Street Fighter 5. I like it when Windjammers is that high. Laura, season 1 Laura didn't stand out. It's not that she was bad. It's just that she had nothing as over it as a lot of other characters. I remember seeing like a poll on our Street Fighter that was like, um, what's the worst V trigger? And like Laura's was like second last after like Sim. And I came in there and I was like, Laura's fucking V trigger's mad underrated. You guys are all high. It like raises the fuck out of her damage and fucking her improved thunderclap is mad good. I know she got a lot of good changes for season 2. But even in season 1, Laura's V trigger was like, it's a good V trigger, dude. Her damage shoots up. It was nice when she got like combo out of overhead, but even before then. EX Fireball, especially in V trigger, is the best special moves in the whole game. Why am I watching nothing? Is that Jackie? Jackie's neat. Full auto Jackie. It's always full auto. Ronin Takeda. That's the one I see the least. I think Lasher. I don't remember. I think Lasher might be weak this version of the game. I used to see Lasher a decent amount. I used to see it like maybe the most or maybe the second most. It was like always Shirai Ryu at first, and then for a while it was Lasher. And now I see like some Ronin and some Shirai Ryu, and I don't see Lasher that much. I usually see Shirai Ryu. Shirai Ryu has like always been the most popular one. I like Jackie's shotgun move. I like moves like that. Cyber Sub, I don't know. I haven't seen that in a tournament, but I see it a lot online. It's pretty neat with the ice ball, unblockable stuff. It is unblockable for him, right? I know it's not for Cyrax, but I think it still is for Cyber Sub. And I designed both characters around that. He chose Lasher. Unstoppable Jason's really cool. He's a real simple character. I feel like he's one of the more simple characters in the game. I mean, the buffs are pretty weird. But like the meter and the basic combos. He's like a good entry character. Okay, I'll have you know that like of all the ninjas anywhere in this game, there is literally only one ninja that is actually a ninja. So I think your question should be, why is everyone a ninja? Because there's a shit ton of ninjas in MK. Yo, Lee May win. I'm tired of not having Lee May. Bring her back. Thanks. I'm blushing. Last year's like the sim of this game. Last year's like actually the sim. Cassie got one too. Is that like a back four? I've not even seen that normal. This can kill. You got it. I'm serious too. I'm actually blushing. Last year combos are pretty cool looking, but they're fucking weak. Last year Takeda is clearly designed around having superior footsies. Full screen mix up boys. Best neutral jump punch in the game, boys. It's not. There's a lot of good neutral jump punches. I remember what's his face? Predator having a real nasty one. Jackie actually has the shortest arms in the game. I remember she's hard to juggle. There are like a lot of juggles that are really hard on her. She's like narrow and she's falling or something. You have to do an unusual amount of running for Jackie combos. I feel like there are a lot of female hitboxes that are just smaller than male hitboxes, but Jackie's are small even among the girls. My clip highlights of the year? That's a thing? No. Predator's combos were real creative. Leatherface was a character I thought I'd hate, and then I played him and I was like, you know what? Kinda cool. Scorpion's combos are basic bitch combos. They're like not unfun to hit. Tri-Borg has really cool combos for every variation. Cyber Sub actually probably has the least fun, and they're still really interesting. Smoke combos are fun as hell to hit. Cyrex combos are fun as total hell to hit. Sector is just fine. Sector has like satisfying sound effects, the way he like bounces around. There's a Tri-Borg right now. Is that smoke? Appears to be. Smoke. Johnny Cage. Sonya. Smoke has like 3 reeling special moves. It's not 3. But he's got like, not reeling, but like combo extension special moves. He's got like 3 different special moves that are like, this leads to a combo, but like, you can only use it once per combo. So his combos like go between all 3 of them. Like that one. And he's got like the chain. I think he's got another one that's EX only, I don't remember. You got a good mix of like MK9 smoke and MK3 Robo Smoke on this character. With the teleport and the smoke bomb. And then the chain and the, like, I don't know. It works well. Smoke is like probably no, I don't know. Sector might be the easiest variation of Tri-Borg. It might be Smoke. Psyx is pretty wacky. Sub-Zero is technical. Commentator just called Smoke cancerous. He's not wrong. Um, I have no idea if Tri-Borg's canon. Depends on whether Boracho surviving is canon. They'd be throwing a lot of ideas out the window if they ditch variations. I really hope they don't. The thing is, variations aren't technically new. They're a recycled idea of the weapon styles from uh, previous MKs, from the 3D MKs. So in MK4, well, not really 4, a little bit 4, but in MK Deception, Deadly Alliance, and Armageddon. Well, no, Armageddon it's only 2, but Deadly Alliance and Deception it's 3. You've got 3 different sets of normals, but you've got shared special moves for all of them. You switch between the sets of normals by doing a weapon stand switch button. The stand switch button is still in the game, but it does nothing. It'd be more accurate to say it spins you and that does nothing. It's used in the X-ray motion. Calling him Kuai Liang. I think that literally means no, I don't remember. I think there's a Chinese pun there. I don't think it might be literally Sub-Zero, but I don't remember. So that's not Bojutsu. What is that? I don't know the variations visually. I know Bojutsu has a red staff. It's Ancestral or Shaolin. Pretty sure that's Ancestral. He's got a quiver. No, it's Shaolin. Maybe he always has the quiver. Oh, he's got the ring. Yeah, the ring is Shaolin. It's the costume I'm not used to. Ancestral's reworked Green Arrow. He's got 3 different areas that he can stock that are basically Green Arrow arrows. He's got one that's not freezing that literally like does the same effect as freezing. And then I think like one that's literally fire and one that's literally electric. I don't remember. It's like red and purple and blue, something like that. I'd actually really like if they went back to like one weapon style. If they did variations where 2 are like, I don't know, special move. I don't know. They already basically have it so that one variation per character is like changing your normals heavily. I'd like if that became like completely standard, like the Ninjutsu Scorpion or the fucking Cryomancer sub, that kind of stuff. Liu Kang is currently dead in the story. He's a lich. He's free from the control of Quan Chi and Shinnok. But he still resides in the Netherrealm and he's still questionably evil. I want to see some, I got some other stuff in my watch later. Oh yeah, let's take a look at this. Just a little itty bitty peek. What is this? Who are these characters? This is a Western Street Fighter 4 tournament that happened recently. January 2018. Remember Makoto? Ooh, it's risky to do anti-air DP against Ryu. It was a neutral jump, so it wasn't that risky. Because he could have done backdash. Ryu can land in DP, and actually he can land in EX DP, and EX DP will catch almost any character's backdash. Because Yoriyu's EX DP goes really fucking far. Makoto has a good backdash, and he wasn't point blank. So I don't think he would have caught, I don't think with an EX DP he would have caught Makoto's backdash. Ooh, he went for, what a weird route. He went for the 2-frame link and then a new, like a 1-frame link. He went for the combo he went for stopped where it stopped. But like that combo actually did less damage than the B&B that's like meterless. Or I shouldn't say meterless. He did a 2-frame link and a 1-frame link, but he could have done just the 1-frame link. Ooh, nice. That might be an OS. I think you can block, and then if it's a fireball, it's a 2-block string. If it's a Tatsu, Ultra beats it, or it's a 2-block string depending on range. If it's a DP, it's a 2-block string. If it's an axe kick, either it's not a 2-block string, or it's light axe kick and it is a 2-block string, but uh, Ultra 1 might punish the light axe kick. But you can just react to the fact that it's a light axe kick anyway. And even then, light axe kick isn't. I think light axe kick is only a 2-block string from heavies plus close to medium punch. The point is, it's quite good to mesh reversals after blocking certain attacks from Evil Ryu. Ultra, this should kill. That's not Naomi Shorey, fuck you. Fuck you, commentator. Dutter? Too far. Loading screens are real quick in this game. I usually have to hit that button a few times. That's unsafe. Yeah, that's the punish I would have gone for, to be honest. Nice and reliable. Good damage, 3-frame. Cool punish. It's like a wolf. The bulldog, too. Uppercut. Got a white wolf and then a black wolf. Good whip punish. That's like 4 characters who are like wolves. And they're like, oh, Adon can't be a fucking jaguar because we already have a jaguar. Fuck you, Capcom. Trying to tell me the gal's not a wolf too. I'm not really sure what Cody is, but he's some kind of thing. It's like a dingo. Oh, that's, yeah. If it was me, I would have done light X kick red focus. But he still could have killed with the low forward fireball combo. The combo was probably some variation of, well, I don't know. I don't know if he could have killed. He could have done a fireball FADC, like far strong light Tatsu DP, and that would have done a lot of damage. But I don't think there was any way he could go to a medium axe kick, because he was real far. This should kill fairly comfortably. That killed on the first hit. Crouch Fierce does a lot of damage. It's used for Dudley's super max damage stuff. It's a one frame link at the Stamina House. I don't even think that's max. It depends on whether you're trying to land Ultra. Because he can do like longer link series. Because towards forward into like I forget Stand Strong Stamina House, he can get like more damage with a link series. Nice. Backdash is better than forward dash there. Yori was smart to DP. That's a free juggle state, but the opponent is very low to the ground because he was airborne and got hit by a level 2 focus attack, which is a free juggle state. Cute. That's the actual intended use of 2-bar red focus. Yeah, it blows up certain strings that would blow up regular focus. This is last week's Stun City. I saw Street Fighter 4 in 2018, and I was like, plays Evil Ryu and Yun. That's like a no respect. Not no respect. That's like a no shame team. Not team, but you know. It's mad unsafe. How you not gonna punish that? Remember when you couldn't buffer your punishes? But he could have just done stand jab, stand strong. It's not like fucking you lose that much damage doing that. Dolly's Infinite only works on like one character. If we're talking about like whatever it is. Towards jab into light machine gun blow or something. Or stand jab into light machine gun blow. It was also a series of one frame links. Oni's furry costume was a bat? No. Akuma's was a bat. Yeah, I'll go with Spider. It's like a pretty small list, I think, that Dudley's Infinite works on. Yoru's not one of them anyway. And I don't think Yun is either. Oh, he dropped. He's trying to be cute. That was a nice little live kick. I like how Jerry has a spider motif in Ryu Hate Spiders. Is that a Dan Hibiki? Peacock is literally perfect for poison on like 5 different levels. It like fits her showy personality. Ooh. It fits her lewd body. Nice. Ooh. He did it so early. That fell out. That was an accidental reset. That fell out too. Uh-oh. There are a lot of good furry costumes. I like Balrog's a lot. Where he's like a bull. I like Hughes a lot where he's a big lumpy thing. Also a bull. Yeah, it's too far away, I think. It hit. It got a hit. That was kind of greedy to even go for. Dance Super is hard to land. And without the Ultra behind them, the FADCs aren't as scary. So if I were him, I'd be thinking about a lot of EX stand kicks. Ooh. What's the juggle there? No blast in this game. No inferno in this game. I don't remember what he does after like air double air hell attack besides ultra. Honda's was the kappa. Light Psycho Crusher. Is that right? It's a bee. He's a bee. It's a good costume. Uh, whoa. There's not a Vega in the world who's done that move on purpose. The non-EX version, anyway. That wasn't even a car, though. Yeah. Some characters have to respect that, particularly in the corner. Bison can usually jump hell attack it, but depending on the range, he can have a really hard time getting it to connect. But hell attack is normally pretty good at countering. Dawson's was funny. Honda's was, I mean, not Honda, Hakan had a perfect one. He was the octopus. Backflip. You can reaction punish that, but you need to be on your game to punish it. It's Vega's only reversal option to become invincible for a little bit, and you can react to which one he's doing. That looked like a... Whoa, that's going to work, I think. Oh, it went over. Usually it's hard to... It'll often look like it'll go over, but usually the opponent will fail to actually go over, because Vega gets really tall when he does that ultra. But I guess Bison jumps pretty far, so... Good backdash in the corner. Vega has super strapped options, so it's okay to try the really risky ones here and there. Yeah. Very, 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 very hard to win when Bison gets you to chip. I'm about 90% sure this is the first stage I ever saw in Street Fighter 4. Dude, you might actually be the only guy who misses Seth. That was a non-light scissor kick. Oh. What a shitty punish. Should have started with like fucking stand heavy punch. So Bison did. Stand heavy punch, hard scissor kick, FADC, something like that. You might always FADC using medium scissor kick, I don't remember. It might be like DJ. DJ, the heavy one does the most damage, but the medium one gives you the most frames. And so the medium one is, and like also pushes out the least. So you want to do the medium one in FADC combos just because you get better follow-ups. I don't remember if Bison's like that or if you just pick the heaviest version you can. Bison's FADCs don't even increase its damage very much. But he has poor uses of meter, so... It's like his meter gives him reversals, but he already has, like, I don't know, all his reversals are 1 bar. So you don't actually go through those that quickly. And his super's not that good. None of his EXs extend his combos. You have to use FADCs to extend combos. And Bison's damage is pretty bad, so using FADCs to increase his bad damage is, like, not bad. How about a focus attack type V trigger? Because I think there's going to be like 2 of those now. Alex's focus attack is almost, I mean, Alex's V trigger is almost exactly a focus attack, except you can't cancel it. No dash canceling. Ooh. I like that fadeaway a lot. The frame traps, dude, he's going ham. Ken's just blocking. Ken would have gotten hit by like 3 throws by now if he was taking throws, which he's not. But Bison's still going for the pressure, because why not, right? You're Bison. Everything's safe. I shouldn't say everything. But you can, like, annoy the opponent with safe strings. Wear them down with chip. Not that bad even if you're blocked. You got good foot speed and I think okay fire range, so the throw options are good too. Bison's like more reliant on the mix-up than most characters. And his blow-ups for it are not too good. Or they're good in terms of successful. 3 low shorts is hard to jump out of and it's hard to fucking take a throw in. but it doesn't do very much. Ooh, that was a really deep cross-up, but also it was very clearly going to be a cross-up, so I don't know why Ken didn't block. But it was nice and deep. They could have hit Ken out of like an attempted uh, cross-cut DP. He can get a reversal, but for your cross-cut DP, you usually don't want reversal. He's gotten that a couple times now. The counter hit stand medium kick into sweep. I think you can get better stuff. You can definitely get Ultra 2, which is dank. You're plus a lot of frames. Wake up, hard DP. Real good when you've got some meter. Real good. One of the best wake ups if you got some meter. Nice. Remember cross up Tatsu into combos? Anyone remember that? There it is. Whoa, that was -7. Punish. Bison being timid. Going for low short there does zero risk. If Ken backdashes, you're fine. If Ken does like release focus attack, you'll hit him before it can come out. If Ken does DPF ADC, you gotta be ready to hit buttons. Ken has really poor frame data on his DPF ADC to compensate for the fact that it's 2 hits. It's -5 on first hit FADC, it's -7 on second hit FADC, into forward dash for both. I've tuned into SGDQ literally once, AGDQ. This year's. I feel like they've stopped showing. I feel like they're trying too hard for inclusion, and I don't mean that like diversity of like the players. I mean like the games. Like there's so many games where I don't care. There's so many where I don't care. I feel like games like Mario 64 and Super Metroid should be at literally every speedrunning event. That was a bad decision all around. That's nice. EX EX Scissor Kick has more frames where it goes through fireballs, which lets him go through slower fireballs easier. It was like a necessary buff to help him against Guile, but it ended up helping him against a lot of characters. Not that it really breaks him against anyone. And Bison's pretty fair. He's got like pretty even 5/5s across most of the cast. There's nothing cheap about him. When you lose to Bison, you feel like you'd like earned it. You feel like you deserve to lose. I think Xkira was the first one who said that there would be a different arcade mode for every single like Street Fighter game. That ended up being true. It's pretty cool. I'd never heard of Lester the Unlikely until the speed run. It's a pretty good game, honestly. To be quite honest, I got a lot of mileage out of like neutral jump and DP as soon as you land. A lot of people try and time that to like hit you as you land because you'll be at effectively frame disadvantage. To be honest, I think there is something to be said about speedrunners. I think a lot of speedrunners are kind of like awkward nerds, and that's kind of come out into the limelight now that AGDQ has been going this big for this many years. It's like, golly, these are a lot of awkward nerds. Sadly, I think the streamer matters a lot for speedrunning. Damn, you see Jiren in that new episode? Looking mad scary. Air dash into Tatsu has a really, really nice angle. Normally Tatsu, like, I don't know, it doesn't drop the way it does after an air dash. But you need to be real specific about your timing. It's very easy to get the Tatsu to whiff. I can like tell that Dragon Ball Super is shit, but I like it. I genuinely don't remember what my SRK tag is. It could be like one of four things. Universe 11 is gonna win the Universal Survival Saga. Okay? And Jiren's wish is gonna be I want to be a little girl. Calling it now. It'd be kind of cool if they brought back every erased universe when they win, and then it turns out the 13 through 18 or whatever were deleted for some super good reason. Killing with Thor probably would have built more meter than killing with DP. You want to do the optimal damage with the hit that kills. And since he's got a 3-hit DP, that's not really optimal. Throw is probably probably a stomp or something. Probably kill the opponent with a heavy stomp. I want Jiren as a meme character. I want El Hermano as a meme character. If they ever add Evil Ryu kind of stuff, it'll be a while. It'll be like season 5. Don't we already have confirmation of Android 16? Isn't he already a character? I thought he was like a grappler. Yeah. 21 is the new Android, and also my waifu. You guys might not remember this, but people used to talk about Ultra 3 a lot in Street Fighter 4. Because in Super we got Ultra 2, and everyone was like, oh, this is going to be a thing. People thought in AE that we might get Ultra 3. People thought in Ultra that we might get Ultra 3. All I'm saying is we might never get VT3. It looks like it. Unless I'm done eating. If they ever do second V-Skills themselves are going to need a huge overhaul. V-Skills already need a huge overhaul. The only V-Skills I really like are like Guile, Akuma, I guess Laura. Almost every, even like the well-designed V-Skills, I feel like they're too limited. Akuma's like a perfect one. Uh-oh. Big damage. Oh, that's lewd. I wish I had an emote for how lewd that is. I don't remember if towards hard kick is an effective anti-air. Oh, there it is. There's emote. I seem to recall owning mostly anti-airs with either Stand Fierce or medium DP. That was pretty nice. Oh, he's going for big damage. Dropped it. That was actually a good drop. Well, it wasn't, but like... Oni was probably pretty close to a Dizzy. I seem to recall Oni's like 950 or something. 900. He's like below average Dizzy. I actually really like the idea of Chun-Li's V-skill. They just forgot to make it good. That might go over. No, I didn't. There are frames of projectile invincibility, I think, in Sakura's Light Tatsu. I've seen it go over like Wake Up Ultra's fireballs, I think. Or it might just be high profile or whatever. The thing that I really think that Chun-Li V-skill should have had, it's like a command jump. And it hits on the way up and then you can juggle into stuff. And then you can also use it for an angle jump that's different from her normal forward jump. Because her normal forward jump is very high and floaty. I think with Chun-Li, like the key was to make it so you could special cancel into her V-skill. And they didn't do that. That would make it like a million times better. Vega's V-skill is supposed to dodge fireballs, but they forgot to make fireballs good. And therefore, like, the ability to dodge fireballs is kind of irrelevant. It's to compensate for its lack of reversals. It's like, oh, you can spin. It's just not that good. You've got a good chance of getting counter hit. And even if you spin through something, the chances of you getting a punish are very low. So basically, he just uses it from his TC, and that's that. And he usually doesn't even use it from his TC. Since Vega's 1-bar ender there is actually mad good. Oh, that... I don't think he had a kill. Ooh, very nice. Sakura's super scary right now. Jump over? Oh, it should have been jump over. It should have been jump over. Jump back and jump up. Don't get out of the way, but jump over does. What is this matchup? I've heard Hakan players swear that Hakan smashes the fuck out of Sim, like it's free, like it's Sim's worst matchup. And they say it so confidently. Sim seems like the kind of character who can prevent Hakan from oiling, but I could see that oily Hakan would just fuck Sim over. Because you can do that to punish fireballs, and focus attack absorbs limbs and is low commit. Yeah, Hakan can like approach with focus slide button like really well. Yeah, even when oily, Hakan is missing a lot of stuff, and he gets new stuff to compensate. But you know, I don't. I think slide. If you can get slide out, it beats Sim hard punch. But in order to get slide that active, like you're doing wild slides, and if you're doing wild slides, you're probably gonna be really unsafe. Good catch. Wow, it's not enough time. Sim can hold that back. Can't he? I'm not sure now. Oh shit, that actually did that much. Take it back. Can't hold down back. I'm a retard. I would have lost. I forgot the EX command grab is actually like strong. I thought even after a command grab he would be like above Hakon's health. That was a good EX command grab though. That's armor breaking, I think. Ooh. Yeah, the blood oil. Sim can force blood oil. That's pretty tricky. That should have been very seeable. Ugh, missed the punish. Morning, is it though? Do you get him? No. You always try to focus there. If you ever aren't sure that you got hit or not, you just start charging a level 3. And if you did get hit, you got hit. And if you didn't get hit, you get a level 3 punish. Oh, that's gonna kill? Yeah, all that power. Oil Hikon does more damage with his command grabs, and more damage in general. This is like fucking... I don't know, Hakan isn't common. Not a common character right here. Oh yeah, this is it. This is what the Hakans say. This is why the matchup is supposedly bad. It's because he can just approach with this. Those are repeated forward dash jabs. It's tricky because it keeps you in, but it wastes a bunch of oil time. Look at that. Was that a punish? Rad. That would have been safe if it connected. But because it was like one frame away from connecting. Ooh, it went away. It's a punish. Ooh, yeah. Hakan might not have had a good way out of that, to be honest. Reduce damage when you're oily, too. Jerry could definitely be a good character with very minimal changing. Doesn't matter about stocks. I wonder if 3D Edition Guile is a better character than Vanilla cigar. A few V-Trigger 2s look so useful, and a few of them look so bad. I don't know what to think. I'm hoping they fix that shit up before release. Game's gotta have gone gold by now, though, if there's already release copies floating around. Yeah, wrong one. I'll have them know it is invincible. He just had to pick the right super. Only one of the supers goes through projectiles, and only one of them goes through hits. He probably did the go through hits one. There's a lot of weird quirks to Street Fighter 4, Jerry. You've got to hold light kick a lot, which kind of fucking sucks. Because this is a game where you have to do a lot of attacks, standing and crouching. So like holding light kick like opens you up really, really badly to any sort of frame trap. Get him? What a bad punish. Hold hard kick. You get 3 different fireballs. The hard kick one's useful, but it's not useful for the same shit. One thing that's kind of cool is that Jury had frame 1 throw invulnerability on stand medium kick, which was not actually that bad of a normal. It was 2 hits, and you could, because it was 2 hits, you could confirm the second hit into a pinwheel. So she had like a safe on block, confirmable, 1 frame invulnerable, frame one throw invulnerable normal, which made it a lot easier to hold light kick, but still, it wasn't that fast. Beat a throw, but it wouldn't beat like a crouch check in most contexts. But I remember a lot of Jury players would do stuff like focus level 1, dash in, stand medium kick. The rage pausing. That was Danger Man too. That was the Hakan player pausing. Burst damage needs to be deleted. The sim outfit's actually really good. Yeah, Aegis they pretty much nailed. I'm pretty sure Sakura fucking sucks in neutral in this matchup, if memory serves. I think she had like some memes with Jump Fierce, and then they nerfed Jump Fierce, and now she doesn't approach very well at all. That was nice. But Light Tatsu's probably real annoying, so it's probably not that bad. Remember Yoga Fire traveling straight? It's actually really strange now. That's one of my favorite redesigns. It probably is my single favorite redesign. Yoga Fire going upwards. There's such redundancy with normals that go across the screen and fireballs that go across the screen. Fireballs that go up was such a nice little light twist on it. And the way that all fireballs connect, and it's kind of hard to get them up, but the way that all fireballs have like a delayed connect, it's very clever. Controls the airspace too. Sim is otherwise very weak to like. Sim has always been a little weak to being caught committing at the wrong time as the opponent holds up forward. And they gave him a few like shorter commit normals, better mediums, and also a fireball that goes upward. Yeah, he can control the ground and the air, but not both at once. Yoga Fire was just a less committal poke. It's very plain. This should work. What the hell was that? I thought that was EX Tatsu, but it bumped the fireball. I thought EX Tatsu was like fully fireball invulnerable. Maybe I didn't get to the right frame. Fireballs can't trade. They can't get counterpoked. Also, he can combo out of the fireball into a limb. So if you do a limb, you get the damage of the limb. But if you do the fireball and it works, you get the damage of the fireball and a limb. Which is pretty nice. There's a lot of intricacies to fireball. It controls space for longer. Why am I watching this? Sea Viper. I think the Sea Viper is actually not even that good against him. Burn kick pressure is something that would be annoying on most defensive characters, but I think Sim's crouch light kick is actually supposed to be quite good here. It's a relatively non-committal slide. There it was, but not in the place I was expecting. He's got the teleport too. Kind of surprised by this pick. Being bad at anti-airing though. That was a failed. I don't know what the hell that was. He did it at the timing where it's good to do like a super jump cancel medium thunder knuckle. He can't kill here. Can he? I don't remember. I think that does work mid screen. I think you can get Ultra 1 there. It definitely works in corners, but I feel like it works mid screen too. Reversal burn kick. Viper players play without brains. Okay. What a wild anti-air. Wild wake up, rather. Yoga Mummy was used instead of drill kick because Yoga Mummy preserves struggle state. So if the first hit of Ultra hit and then a drill hit, the opponent would have like, well, if she was midair, then she would have flipped out. Look at those titties. Viper's cleavage is perfectly hidden in her default outfit. This outfit actually shows it off. What kind of man plays both El Fuerte and Sim? Yo, this is a perfect animal costume. Literally perfect. Oh, there's a juggle. You can cancel into the DP, but you can also just juggle into the DP. He was close enough. Yikes around, huh? You only have so many of those, though. I know Boggs is good. I listed Boggs earlier when I was saying good ones. Alfarte is actually very cleverly designed. There's just one thing about him that everyone hates. It's randomness. I think you juggle into a DP there. Anti-air, Stamina House. Fuerte is like a really, really neat case study in Oki. Tortilla. That's a 4-frame grab ultra. Good as an ATR, but not good as anything else. It's a good reversal. Cross up. I did not know. I mean, define 6 run options. There are 6 things he can do out of a run, but it's not like all 6 of them are mixed up with each other. It's not like fucking 1 in 6 chance of getting out. I mean, one of the follow-ups is literally to not run anymore. The real mix-up is between the medium and hard punch, and both of those are certainly not free, not without risk. Light kick is like a hop back, I think. Medium kick is a running sobot. Hard kick is a sweep. You see hard kick as an ender for run stop fierce combos. Medium kick into super is a super ender for run stop fierce combos, but it's pretty much never used. Medium is tostada press, which is the one that's an overhead that can land on either side, but is he's punishable during his roll away, and it can be focused. Hard punch is the one that's duckable, so one's like an overhead and the other's duckable. And hard punch is unsafe like all the time if it whiffs, but it catches people who are blocking either way. Oh, and you can jump out of hard punch too. Light punch was the stop. Is that it? That's like all of them. And the follow-ups don't change in EX. Literally, EX changed like no follow-ups. I don't even think they get more damage or anything like that. All EX run does is give you 3 hits of armor, which is admittedly quite a lot. Very rarely will all 3 hits be used. Armor into run stop is pretty cool because he gets like armor on frame 1 of his EX run, and then you've got a stop with very little recovery. Ooh, he went for big boy damage. Towards strong, stand strong, crouch fierce is 2 1-frame links. And he went for it and he got the first one. This is, I seem to recall this is bad for Cody. But it's been so long. Cody has nice anti-air normals, but anti-air normals in general are a weakness in this matchup. It's very easy to block correctly against a Messiah kick, but it's very hard to punish Rufus. He's got a reactable overhead, and then the low and the light follow-up are both not a mix-up. You can just down back against both of those, and then if you see the overhead, you can up back. But if you're trying to punish Rufus, you have to block the light kick one to get a follow-up. If you try and interrupt it, Rufus will probably go through you because he's got a lot of invincibility. If you want to punish the medium one, you have to like focus it, I think. I think it might be on safe on block. I don't remember. It should be. I don't remember. The hard kick is safe on block, but it's safe on block and he's airborne before it. You've got like time to interrupt both the medium and the hard one. They're both pretty slow. But if you try to interrupt, he might do the light one, and the light one's invincible. But he doesn't want to do the light one because it's really unsafe. Crouch fierce anti-air? That's not very good. He might be looking for some kind of crouch check OS. Of all of Cody's crouching normals, crouch fierce is probably the best anti-air. So you might be throw attacking with crouch hard punch, I guess. This should kill. That wasn't even a combo from the dive kick. When's my Donald Trump fighting game character? Donald Trump is already a literal character. Might as well put him in a fighting game. I'd be moderately down with Cody Hager, Mishmash. Cody's playstyle is pretty cool, but there's a lot of fluff. There's a lot of moves that are too specific. Considering how popular he was among beginner players, I'd like to see a little bit of combining move rolls like they did with the Ibuki, where they kind of just mush him a little together so there's fewer attacks, and the attacks do more things. You know what I mean? I want Cody to get the Ibuki treatment. It's quite easy to safe jump if memory serves. Sakura's EXTP doesn't beat the heavy or the light versions, so she doesn't have like a reversal to potentially blow through. If you're Ryu or Ken or Akuma or Oni or fucking Evil Ryu, you can just literally like block EX Messiah and then DP, and it punishes no follow up and it punishes all normal follow ups except maybe a perfectly timed light follow up. And EXDP will definitely punish even a perfectly timed light kick follow up. So Rufus has to FADC against them. What if you could give up some health for it? That'd be pretty neat. We don't have a Carmine in Street Fighter. There's like no Street Fighter character who can sacrifice health. Did Omega Cody do that? I don't remember. Omega Cody had that attack. He had his reversal from Final Fight where he kicks in both directions. But I don't remember if it costed health. Hager's already not that close to Geef at all. Having a command grab doesn't actually make them similar. Well, I mean it does, but you know, there are a lot of characters with command grabs, and all command grabs do functionally the same thing to a character. Lariat would be the most similar thing. But if you had one like combo oriented Lariat, which is how we basically already have it, and one invincibility oriented Lariat, I don't know. The hit grab, the air throw, the barrel. That's all quite different. Damn, we've nearly watched this whole top 8. Look at these two. Didn't Omega Decapre, she had like a special move where she could charge it and she would like trade health for meter, something like that. Air TC, baby. They actually faithfully translated all of Yun's TCs, including the fact that some of them are kind of useless. Low strong, low fierce. Like, you'll still get some use out of low roundhouse, down roundhouse. That still actually does something. Low strong, low fierce does like nothing. Ooh. That was like the optimal punish, she just missed it. Not truly optimal, but you know, that was a good thing to go for there. Low strong, stand strong. I think that's a 3-frame link, but he didn't get the initial one. That probably would have chipped. Probably not even a risk at all. But even if he, like, could block all the whole thing, and then did an ultra punish into max damage, and he was not only alive, but had more health than Yun. Anti-air TC on Yun is a little scary. Jump back, strong? That's pretty good. He could have done an autocorrect top kick. But jump back strong is not bad. That was the perfect. That was like a cross up, but that was super unseeable. I guess it is nice when characters have some redundant stuff. Oh no! I think one of the problems with Street Fighter V is lack of redundancy in some areas, and over redundancy in others. But mostly lack of redundancy, actually. Like, on one hand, the fact that Ibuki doesn't have Neckbreaker and doesn't have, like, I don't know, Sumuji, it's not a huge issue because Raida already kind of covers both of those. And you've got Upkick too, if you want to use that. But then you look at like combo routes, and the lack of redundancy is awful for combo routes. There should be like 3 different ways to build a approximately equal combo. And by approximately equal, I mean within 30 damage. There's no combo choosing. There's not no combo choosing, but there's an optimal combo that's like very obvious every single time. At least obvious in retrospect. Only sip kick's actually pretty good. It's one of his better qualities. That looked like it grabbed the backdash. Only step kick doesn't go as far as Ken's though. It's got similar frame data. It's like -2, I think. Yeah. If you can get a deep enough cross-up shoulder, you can actually link a jab out of it. Looks really cool. I don't remember light shoulder on hit. It's like -3 on block or something, I think. Probably like neutral on hit. So if you need to get some pretty deep connects. Yeah, look at that. Hitboxes on the other side. They knew what they were doing with Yun. They knew what they were doing. They were like, hey, let's make a good character. Yeah, that was a... It's like worse than that, I feel. Maybe it is only like not minus. It's like weird they didn't do the fierce. Maybe not that weird. I've seen that fierce drop. Oh, Gane. Gane does more damage than Red Focus. This is a scenario where the max damage benefits him a lot. That was a good DP. Oh, that should have killed. Oni has really good DP recovery. Once he lands, he's only vulnerable for another like 3 frames. Someone who often plays charge characters, do you think they're inherently harder to use? It depends. When you look at something like a cancel is much easier to do with a charge character than a motion character. But when you think about the planning you have to do, motion characters are obviously a lot easier. It depends on what you mean by easy. Because in like Street Fighter 2 and 3 and especially 4, ooh, good punish. People would often say that playing a charge character forces you to learn to play the game correctly instead of just kind of going willy-nilly. A lot of low-level players would jump around all over the place. And then, if you're holding down charge, you can watch for anti-airs and, defend against errant attacks. I remember being a baby Oro and like winning using like stand strong and stand forward and stand roundhouse and just poking my opponent out. And then occasionally I would fight good players who never got hit by any pokes, and I remember thinking, God, I don't know how to open them up. And that's when I learned. That's when I learned the concept of mix-ups. A lot of people get opened up by non-mix-ups at the low level. That's like the key. That's like one of the most common things at low level. That's like the mark of a low level player, is they get opened up by something that's not a mix-up. If you look at a good player, like they never ever they never take damage unless it's a mix-up. Street Fighter 5, you actually don't need to charge that much. It depends on what character you're playing. If you're playing Fung, you probably should never not be charging. But I need to rewatch my Green Stars. Green Stars and Star Road I played right next to each other, and they bleed together a lot in my head. Was Green Stars the one with the invisible 5 secrets in the beginning? Ooh. And the dragon coins? No. Dragon coins was Star Road, I think, right? I should replay Star Road. It's been a long time. I remember liking it. Oh. I kind of want to do a playthrough of, like, Kaizo Mario 64, but there's, like, once I get to a certain point in the game, I'm just going to want to stop. I'm not going to want to complete it. Like, I want to show it off because it's funny, but then once I get to, like, Tiny Huge Island, or especially, like, TikTok Clock, those games are just so shit. I mean, those levels. They're just so shit. They're not fun. I kind of feel like some Super Mario 64. I might put it in. Yeah, I think I will. That sounds fun. I think I'll just gather all the stars I didn't get.